dig down deep, dig into scriptures, speak to God more, talk to God more, conversate with God more, pray more, all these different things. Because if we don't, we're going to continue to go down the same path. We're going to keep going down to the same valley, and we ain't going to be learning. See, while we're in the valley, we need to grow. While we're in the valley, we need to learn. While we're in No one is exempt. Hard times are a passport that gives you permission to go places you wouldn't get to any other way. Levi Lusko. As Christ followers, we've all had a mountaintop experience in our faith journey. They are amazing, and if we're honest, we'd like to stay on top of the spiritual mountain forever, but very little spiritual growth happens on the mountain. It's usually in the valleys where we experience the most substantial progress. Even with progress, the valley can feel awfully dark. All of the things we learned on the easier days have somehow disappeared. The faith we said we'd never doubt, we doubt, and then we continue in the cycle of feeling far from God and wondering if it will ever end. You may have questions about these challenging spiritual times in your life. Let's answer two of them. Who goes through them? Everyone. Every single Christ follower goes through spiritual droughts, and isn't that what they are? We are literally parched and hungry for God, yet we can't seem to sense even an ounce of his presence. We begin to wonder why he would let us feel like this, and even wonder if he's real. We need to understand that we're not the first person to experience these seasons, and we won't be the last. Why do we go through them? Lots of reasons. Sometimes we go through spiritual dry seasons because we disobey God. Other times we neglect our time with God each day and become distant. We become spiritually dry when we consistently do things that feed our sinful desires. Any and all of those things can cause spiritual starvation. We can't ignore that sometimes our great God allows these seasons for his purpose. He could simply snap his fingers and bring us out of our spiritual drought, but he doesn't always. Not only that, he could have prevented it in the first place. We cannot attempt to grasp the perfect mind of our God. We just have to trust that if he allows us to walk through a spiritual valley, then he is doing work in us that only could come when we persevere through what feels like spiritual quicksand. Often in our dark times, we doubt God's character and question his love for us. In these spiritual dim places that we have to rely on what we know rather than what we feel. Over the next 4 days of this plan, we'll learn how to handle these bleak spiritual seasons with grace and faith, and be encouraged by the result that comes from them. Reflect. Have you struggled with how you see God because of challenging spiritual season? If so, write down one negative thing you've believed. Search the Bible to combat your thought and meditate in this truth. Psalms 23, a psalm of David. The Lamb is my shepherd, I have all that I need. He lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me beside peaceful streams. He renews my strength, guides me along right paths, bringing honor to his name. Even when I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid, for you are close beside me. Your rod and your staff will protect and comfort me. You prepare a feast for me in the presence of my enemies. You honor me by anointing my head with oil. My cup overflows with blessings. Surely your goodness and unfailing love will pursue me all the days of my life, and I will live in the house of the Lord forever. So what's up, everybody? It's your boy Sweet. So we're in a new series, Spiritual Valleys, walking through spiritual valleys. And what are we talking about? No one is exempt, right? Nobody is exempt from this. And I understand that maybe some of us feel like, oh yeah, we'll never go through those type of struggles. We'll never go through those type of valleys. We'll never go through what other people are going through. Only I'm too good. My faith life's too good. I will never go through. Nah, nobody is exempt, bro. Nobody is exempt. And that's what we're talking about here, right? Nobody is exempt. We are going to continue to do our thing. We're going to continue to be who we are and continue this journey, right? See, through the valleys, right, when we are in the spiritual drought, when we're spiritually dry, sometimes we have strayed away from God. Sometimes we have distanced ourselves. Sometimes we're just so focused on our sin that we're going through these valleys. We're going through these tough times. We're going through these moments that we need to be better, right? Going through these moments that we need to really be on our A game. Be on our A game and know that no matter what's going on, that we gotta dig down deep, dig into scriptures, speak to God more, talk to God more, conversate with God more, pray more, all these different things. Because if we don't, we're going to continue to go down the same path. We're going to keep going down to the same valley, and we ain't going to be learning. See, while we're in the valley, we need to grow. While we're in the valley, we need to learn. While we're in the valley, we need to talk to God, reconnect with God. No more making up excuses why I'm not where I'm at, where I need to be, or any of that stuff. We got to continue to live for God, got to continue to do what we need to do, right? See, I've been through many spiritual valleys, but I never go and feel bad about myself, like, oh, why this? I definitely did at one point, but now I'm like, okay, what kind of growth do I need? What do I need to learn in this season? What do I need to acquire? What kind of skills do I need to acquire to go forward, to be able to start doing the things I need to do, right? So that's what we need to do. We need to start asking these hard questions. Nobody is exempt. Every single one of us is going to go through this. Every single one of us is going to experience this, but not every single one of us is going to learn from this. That's the important part, because some of us, we're going to be stubborn. Let's just be real, right? We're going to be stubborn. We're going to be like, nah, I ain't about it. I ain't about it. Why am I going through this, right? Why am I going through this? This shouldn't be anything to deal with me. I understand that. I understand that. But the thing is this. Just like anything in life, we need to learn and we need to grow and we need to become better. We need to level up. We need to acquire new skills to keep going forward, to do these things that we probably thought we would never be able to do. But that's part of the journey. But see, a lot of us, we're too lazy, or our mindset isn't in the right place, and we ain't really focusing on the growth. We ain't really focusing on what we need to learn, right? We're just kind of like, it's whatever. But why does it have to be whatever? Why can't we be learning to the fullness of our abilities and to be able to do things that we probably thought we would never be able to do, but yet here we are and we're doing them to the fullness of our abilities? Come on now. Come on now. So no one is exempt, and we're starting this walk through a spiritual valley together. Let's go.
Berdua nih bang, single dong. Mau nggak kayak bot? Anjing ada bot.
If you made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you so much, more than you ever know. So, Krayonn Rocket, our motto is be unique, be creative, be you. Why is this important? Because we were all created in the image of God. We were all perfectly and wonderfully made. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Share it, like it, subscribe.